Welcome to the Energy Upgrade Podcast. Hey, I'm Vanessa, and I'm obsessed with all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, motherhood, and living my best life. I'm here to give you actionable steps in reclaiming your energy and reconnecting with your power. I'm a certified integrated health practitioner and kinesiologist. I spent the past decade with a focus on skin health and age prevention while co-founding a network of medical aesthetic clinics on the west coast of Canada. After healing myself from burnout, mold, heavy metal, and all the things, I'm back to my passion for health optimization, and I'm lucky enough to coach high-achieving women just like you in finding their energy and life force back. Transforming their life so they can step into the highest version of themselves has energized me and inspired me to bring to life this podcast. Here, I'll talk about detox, lifestyle, mindset, supplements, breathwork, parasites, and everything in between. I know you're so busy, so I keep it under 30 minutes. Thank you for being here. Cozy up and let's get started.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wellness dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Well, hello, beautiful friend, and welcome back to the Energy Upgrade. This is Vanessa, and today we're diving into your morning routine. I'm going to ask you to do a quick assessment of the tiny little steps that you repeat every single morning. I want to offer you 4 habits that if you start implementing every single day, it's enough to change the direction of your life. Yeah, I know you may seem like this is overkill and there's no way little habits like that can create such a drastic difference in your life, but it's the truth. It really is. And if ever you're curious to actually read more about the psychology of all of that, I can't recommend enough that you pick up the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And there's a good chance you may have read it already because it's such a bestseller. But really, what we learn and what James Clear is telling us is that you can be the architect of your habits instead of being the victim of them. And that's my invitation for you today, is how can you decide on taking powerful habits and really weaving them into your lifestyle so they become something, it becomes second nature. It's something that you don't even think about. It's automated, it's non-negotiable, and by doing them consistently, it is changing the direction of your life. And we know that if we win the morning, often we'll win the day. And if you're listening to this podcast, High Achieving Woman, I know you're wanting more energy, you're needing more motivation, you're needing that fuel, that fire inside. And guess what? If you have your morning right, if you do it the right way, that'll give you the fuel that you need for the big day ahead of you. So let's start with 4 habits that I truly, strongly believe can really make a huge impact in your life. And so the first one is something that we've actually talked about in the last episode 5, where we talked about ways to go to the bathroom every day. You may remember what was the first one on there. Well, it's making the list here again. So my recommendation is to always start your day with a tall glass of water as opposed to reaching out to your coffee. And again, if you missed the episode on the coffee, I'm not taking it away. I'm just changing the order in which you're having it. So my invitation to you is always starting your day with a tall glass of water, no matter what. And I explained a little bit more why in the last episode, but essentially when you wake up, you're at your most dehydrated state, which means you are needing to replenish that hydration in your body so that you can help flush the toxins that you've eliminated naturally throughout the night. And that alone is going to trigger flow. And like I always say, flow is life, flow is energy. So we want flow. So reach out for that tall glass of water. Add a pinch of sea salt, a squeeze of lemon or a lime to get the adrenals supported, to get the digestive system going, that's the first thing you should do. Do it the night before, put it on your bedtime night timetable, and there is no excuse on that one. Okay, we got that one right. Okay, and if you do it, this is my challenge, like tag me, take a picture, be accountable, actually do it. I'd love to support you and cheer you on. Now the second thing, and this is something I do, like I'm still in my bed, like I sit up, I drink my tall glass of water, and then I reach out for my gratitude journal. Now, this is something you may have heard, and I'm going to be honest, it actually took me a while to be able to anchor this step in. If I'm really, really honest, it's only been about 4 months that I'm really doing it consistently. And the reason why it made the top 4 here today is because it really made a difference for me. I was very skeptical at first. I thought, well, how can listing 3 things you're grateful for, how can that really make a difference? Well, I'll share with you, to me, it's more than just the gratitude piece. There's, of course, listing what you're grateful for, but also listing the 3 objectives that you have for your day ahead. Those 2 things combined have proven to be extremely powerful for my mindset. We know that the average woman has 24,000 thoughts per day. Can you imagine? I mean, I know you know this, like there's no surprise. Like we have such random thoughts. A lot of them are on repeat. So we hear them again and again. A lot of them are showcasing our limiting beliefs. A lot of them are our ego judging us, trying to keep us safe. And so when you focus your day, especially in the morning, when you right away put yourself in this state of gratitude, where you focus on empowering thoughts, things that you can control, that bring you joy, that has a tremendous impact on your mental health. So if you're feeling at a point where you have, you're feeling you don't have the same motivation that you had, maybe you have a lower mood or lots of mood swings, incorporating something like gratitude in the morning can have a huge impact on your day. And we know that gratitude has really deep effects on the brain. It positively influences your self-esteem, your confidence, your relationships, the energy and frequency that you emit, which also puts you in a better position to manifest and receive what you're asking for. It helps you find more meaning, a deeper purpose into your life. And as a matter of fact, that's also going to have you seek more deep, more meaningful relationships, which is so much more fulfilling. And it's also going to help you become very laser sharp on any relationships that might be toxic or things that might be toxic in your life. You'll be able to be so much more aware and decide that you don't want any of it in your life. So all in all, gratitude only has positive effects on your brain. And so I can't recommend it enough. Now, I do have 2 different tools, 2 different journals I want to offer to you, one in French, one in English, depending. And those tools have really, I love the way they're built. There's so many gratitude journals out there, but they're not all the same. And so there are 2 that really caught my attention and that have helped me really stick to this habit. And so the first one is called the Morning Practice Planner. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to be sharing it right now. This is by Renee Warren, who's a wonderful entrepreneur, PR specialist, and she created this planner. And I have to say, it's extremely well done. And like I say, not only it's asking you to focus on what you're grateful for, but also what are your 3 objectives for today. And the other one in French is called Le Journal de Vie by Karine Ruel. Oh my God, that's another amazing one. Quick, simple, to the point, but so effective. And by the way, that one also comes with a kid version, which my daughter is completely addicted to. I gave her this book at Christmas, and since she hasn't skipped a day, it's wonderful to see the impact that gratitude can have on kids. It's my mind is blown every single day. I have to say, and maybe I'll do a separate show just on that, because I've seen such a big change in her behavior and her ability to see the glass half full just on her own and just by her journaling in the morning. It's so powerful. So those, I will put the links in the show notes. I strongly recommend them. And I just want to quickly go back to the daily objectives. So for me, I'll really reflect on what are the 3 things I want to accomplish today that I know that if I do those, my day will be productive no matter what, because we know that our days always go sideways. There's always fires that come up. So for me, what I do is I focus on those 3 tasks, those three objectives in the morning. I try to have them done by noon. And that way I know that no matter how my day goes for the rest of the afternoon, I know that at least I had a productive day where I accomplished what I wanted to. So that's also something I recommend that you do. Now, the third thing is dry brushing. So for me, once I've done my gratitude journal, that's when I get out of bed and I go straight to the bathroom and I do dry brushing. I do not miss a day ever because it makes me feel so good. So dry brushing, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's great, of course, to exfoliate dead skin cells, but mainly I use it to activate my lymphatic system. Like I've shared before, the lymphatic system is only activated manually. It doesn't have a pump like our blood that has the heart to pump it throughout the body. The lymph doesn't have that. So unless we manually activate it, and we manually use either a massage or something like a dry brush or a walk, it'll be really hard for the lymphatic system to move. And that's when we create stagnancy. And when we have stagnant lymph, that's also when we have chances of having more cellulite. We have more puffiness that builds up in the body. Remember, our lymphatic system carries waste. And so it's got to be flushed out. And the only way for it to be flushed out is if we manually activate it. So I love it to detoxify the body, detoxify the skin. And just keep in mind, by doing that, the mere fact of doing a dry brushing, which is what, 3-4 minutes in your day, is going to help to move inflammation out of your body, which puts your body in a better position to fight off any infections coming your way, or to just be able to heal and return to a state of balance. So dry brushing is one of those things. To me, it's a no-brainer because the benefits far outweigh the time I have to invest in doing it. It's really inexpensive, and truly you can't go wrong about it. All you have to do is make sure you always go towards the heart. But if you'd like to see a demo, I'm actually going to put one in the show notes. I did a little reel a while ago showing exactly how I do it every morning. And so I'll put that link in the show notes. So if you want to see how I do it and mimic that, please do. Now, the third, well, actually, sorry, I'm already at the 4th step. The 4th step is meditation. So for me, meditation, I try to do that on an empty stomach. I love it, again, for the same reason as the gratitude, just to make sure I step in my day with a success mindset, not with a bunch of random useless thoughts clogging my brain. I want to see clearly. In my meditation, I always focus on the future version of me. I always try to embody. So some could call it, doing some visualization. It's also a mix of meditation, whatever works for you. It might be a guided meditation. I love the app Insight Timer. It's free. There's so many free resources on there. It's unbelievable. I can't recommend enough that you download that. Again, I'll put the link in the show note for this app. But essentially, the idea is really to find that space where you can just go inwards, you can clear your thoughts, and really have a strong vision for your day. And I like to do it for 15 to 20 minutes. But if you're new at this, just try it for 5 minutes. Or even better, just stay in bed, close your eyes, sit tall with your head free. Otherwise, you'll fall back asleep. And just breathe. Just focus on your breathing. Try to just think about your breathing. Meditation is not so much about pushing away the thoughts that we have, but more being aware of those thoughts that are coming in. And the more awareness you build, the more you're able to focus on the thoughts that you know will uplift you, empower you, and help you reach that next level. So meditation, and I like to do it on an empty stomach. Again, I like it when my brain doesn't have to focus on anything else, and it can really be focused and clear. So that's also just an invitation. Now, those are the 4 steps I recommend that you do every single morning. And as you can see, they don't really cost a thing. All they will cost you is about 20 minutes of your time in the morning, like maybe 20, 25 minutes. And try to do that if you have kids before the kids wake up. And I tell you, it's even worth waking up 20 minutes earlier to make sure you get those 4 things in. And I'd love to know the impact. If you're curious and you start trying it, like as early as tomorrow morning, I'd love to know, like send me some feedback, send me comments, send me a DM, let me know, how did this impact you? And maybe just wait, like maybe do it for, I tell you, like even just like 3-4 days of you doing this in a row, you'll notice a difference. You'll want to win your day. It's crazy how it just puts you in this mindset, and it gives you that momentum to move forward and really just take aligned actions in your day. So I hope today was helpful. As always, if you felt like you've learned a thing or two, feel free to share with a friend that you think could learn from this. The more, the merrier that we are on this platform, but also the more people that win their day, the more aligned, the more uplifted, the more energy and high frequency we can bring into this world, which God know, we need a lot more of it right now. So let's raise everybody's frequency by winning our morning. Again, I'm here on this podcast to share tips and tools that help you reclaim your energy so you can feel aligned and magnetize your wildest dreams. And so I hope that today helped you do that. And if you felt inclined to, always, you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It always means the world to read your comments, and it keeps me going and motivated to give you more information and share more of the things that have really moved the needle for me in terms of energy. Now, I wish you a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye for now. Hey, you, are we pen pals yet? If not, visit my website at vanessagrutman.com and be sure to sign up to my newsletter to be the first to know about my latest tips, favorite products for the family, blog, and podcast release. There's a reason why you landed here. Join my community and let's stay connected. The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.